same as the C, because the C is a supplement of the A-train, which makes sense. Now, in regards to the Staten Island Railroad one, which we do know that the pilot train of the 100 to 104 is still there, of course. It hasn't done revenue testing day, which we thought it was going to be March last month. But for some reason, the MTA, once again, like always, pushed it back. I guess because they're focusing more on the R211A, because remember, folks, the R211A is a larger order compared to Staten Island. Staten Island only has 75 cars compared to 440 cars, plus the 20 cars of the R211T, which of course, that already started back in February. So that was already 2 months ago that the R211T was actually assigned to the C train. Ever since 2 months ago, of the sets of 4040 through 4049, and then 4050 through 4059. All those two sets are actually on the C train. The reason for that was because the MTA has stated that because of safety precautions, they needed those trains to be running locally. Which I'm surprised why they didn't put it on the R train. Because the R train also runs local too, just like the C. So I don't know why they didn't put at least one of those sets in Jamaica to do great testing on the CPT like they're doing right now with the 4150 to 4159. So I don't know why the R211T they couldn't put one on the R train as local. Because the R train runs local too, fully, from Queens all the way to Brooklyn. So I don't understand why. I don't know, folks. I really do not know why, but they decided to put it on the C train, because it's basically it's supposed to be on 8th Avenue, and especially that the R211T, they're actually a prototype train anyway, so it's not like a pilot train compared to the R211A and the R211S in Staten Island. Very different. I was confused at first thinking that, you're doing 30 days. No, it's not actually. It was actually a prototype that's doing testing for who knows how many months or years, because they're doing that to see if they're able to actually approve the option 2 order. Remember, folks, we already got the option 1 order already after the base order, which was back in October of 2022, which was about a year and a half ago. They approved it. So the option 1 order is the one that's going to be coming in 2025, which whenever the base order is finished is when they're going to start with the option 1 order. Because remember, right now, the base order is still delayed. Even though we have about 13 sets right now on the A train, and still more of them coming, which is a good thing, because now the A train, at the end of April, they'll probably be even with the R46 in regards to the train assignments. Because remember, right now, the R46, they're about 15 sets on the A, I think? Or 16, I don't know, something like that. So, and then you talk about the R211A on the A right now is 13 sets altogether. So you got a good chunk right there, to start off. And they probably like halfway through it now, almost halfway, I could say. Because this month, there's going to be another one coming anyway, so that'll be like number 14. Let's assume it this way. Since it's coming base every two sets per month, but it's a possibility it might go to 3 sets per month or 4. It all depends, how many of the production cars, will be arriving on the A train. But I can tell you this, folks. Right now, the A train is in a good spot, because now they have 13 sets, which eliminates about 12 of them of the R46, and they're being used actually as a spare factor now. Now, there was one set, can't remember the fleet number, that actually went to Coney Island because they had to move an R68 back to the concourse for the D. Now, as we do know, more of these production cars that come, what's going to happen is a lot of the R46s are going to be sidelined as a spare factor till their retirement comes, right? But then probably half of them might go to Coney Island to just increase the spare factor, which I'll talk about that later on. But right now I'm just focusing about the production cars of the R211 that has already arrived. So I did mention from February till April, we have about 5 new sets, right? And also, remember folks, a few weeks ago, we did see one of the old production cars that did arrive back, which was the 4080 to 4089. We knew 4085 to 4089 was the last 5-car set, which had the severe flap that lasted like 6 months to come back, and it finally did. And I believe it's attached with 4160 to 4164. I believe that's that set, because 4080 to 4089, I think they're attached with 40. I think it's 4095. I mean, 4095 to 4099. I think it is. Can't remember which set it was, because remember the MTA has been doing a lot of rotations now with the R211A, so it's been a lot of mixture. The only sets that we have right now as whole is of course the pilot train, which is the 4060 to 4069, and now I believe we have the 4080 to 4089 for the first time actually as a whole 10-car set. And that goes the same with 4090 to 4099, also as a full set. That's the same thing with the 4170 to 4179, also as a full 10-car set, evenly. What else? I think the 4180 and 4189 is also a full 10-car set, because the majority of them are all a mixture of sets anyway. I guess that's the way it is now for the A-Train, because they've been rotating a lot of the sets, which they normally do anyway, even with the old sets too, like the R46, the R68, you can name it all, right? So this is something that the MTA always does anyway with production cars. I mean, they do it all the time, And of course with Kawasaki, not everything is in order, as we speak. Sometimes they could jump to a set, and then they go down, and then work their way up and all that stuff, right? Now, the thing is, folks, what's going on is that there's been a lot of assumption with these production cars. Because the thing is, the option 1 order, which we do know that is arriving next year, once the base order is complete, then they're going to move forward with the option 1 order, right? Now, the thing is, I've been hearing so many stories about these production cars heading to the B&D. Now, this is the thing, folks. The B&D are lines that, to be honest, are not heavy lines compared to the E and F line. The E and F are in Queens Boulevard, as we know, right? Those lines are busy all day long, even when it's not even rush hour, okay? People are saying that that's a ghost town there, which I do not believe a damn thing about it. But these trolls, they're coming over here saying that it's going to the B&D because the MTA wants to put new trains on 6th Avenue, right? Now, that's the thing about 6th Avenue, folks. It hasn't started CPT yet. Because that's going to go back to what, 2028 possibly, when they're going to start doing CPT. Right now, they're focusing on 8th Avenue, finishing up with Crosstown, as well as the Curver Line. The G train and the E, I mean the G and the F train, they run those places. You got Crosstown for the G, Also, the Carver line. The Carver line is actually on the F, right? The thing is, you gotta understand, the F train is actually the second longest line in the MTA, right next to the A train. Remember, the A train is the one that's getting the 211A anyway, right? Same as the C, because the C is a supplement of the A train, which makes sense for the C to get it too, as well, right? We do know they got the 211T right now, as we speak.